Hello, this is Eldrad Wolfsbane, unofficial wizard of the OSR, and you're not. But anyway, the subject going around the OSR video YouTube scope here has been on exploration. Now, at least back in the day, that was a pretty fun part. When we initially started back in middle school in the 80s and such, it was like you get to the entrance of the dungeon. But after a while, some of the games ended up being where we did a little bit of exploring and stuff like that. And that was pretty cool. I remember one game where we came to a river and we ended up chopping some wood and building a raft, That may not sound like exciting role-playing, but it was pretty cool. I also remember at some point in time, we were in some big underground area on a cliff. And I can't remember who was dungeon mastering, but probably our old dungeon master, the original. Anyway, we were camping on this cliff, and we had, found some wood and started a little fire, and we were deep underground, and it was, just a mundane, normal camping. Well, it wasn't really a mundane, normal camping. It was camping within the deep underworld, but it was just a cool experience. The thing about, survival, long-term, overground exploration, or what do you want to call it, is that it can actually be fun to track your materials and your torches and your food and things of the sort, and how much weight you're carrying. Well, I know some people like to hand wave that or say that's boring, but overland travel can be one of the most exciting aspects of the game if it's done right. Now, if it's done where, instead of hand waving 8 hours of no event travel, that you go, you travel. If it's boring like that, then that's not going to work. That will not be worth a damn for a fun adventure entertainment evening for people to play. But if you do it right, and you make certain parts of the wilderness or the woods have a creepy feeling to them, you feel you're being watched, some kind of tension, and then things jump out, or just a sudden surprise attack, let that happen. Also remember, one of my methods I tell people to do is always have some extra NPCs that are basically red shirts. It's a fun technique because basically you can wipe these red shirt guys out, these little expendable NPCs, for dramatic effect. You could even, heavily describe them as being the brave knight with armor, and then he gets killed in one shot with an arrow to the face or something, or the torchbearer that falls into the pit trap. Things like that. Expendable NPCs is something that's kind of helpful to exploration. Always try to throw in a few extra for dramatic effect. But anyway, overland travels, tracking supplies, tracking how much weight you're carrying, how you react to the weather and things of the sort in the random encounters. It's a really fun aspect of the old game. And with modern games, you can do it too. Used exhaustion levels if you're playing 5th edition, it really ticks them off. What do you mean I can't take a short rest? Well, not in a full of monster-filled area, unless you go find a place to hide. No, you can't. No, but anyway, always ticks them off. So, well, that's all I got. Y'all have a good one.